A Dutch startup will soon release a futuristic solar-powered car that can cover up to 44 miles, solely powered by the sun. If it's not too cloudy, that is. Hey guys, we are from the channel One More Curiosity. World's first production solar-powered car can drive for months without charging. Electric vehicles sales have ramped up tremendously in the last few years, but their overall market share is still very much teeny, negating their potential for decarbonizing the transportation sector. For instance, in the US, electric vehicles registrations have doubled over the past year, but they totaled only about 5% of all new cars. One of the reasons why many prospective buyers in the market for a new vehicle are reluctant to switch to electric is range anxiety. Although the autonomy of electric vehicles have improved tremendously, now regularly averaging 200 miles. People either overestimate the real range they actually need from the electric vehicles, or are simply wary of having to find a charging point and deal with the subsequently waiting time. In short, there is this impression that EVs are not yet convenient to drive as fossil fuel vehicles, which may or may not truly be the case depending on where you live. Lightyear, a startup from Netherlands that raised 150 million euros in investment, is launching the world's first production-ready solar-powered electric vehicle, perhaps with such prospective buyers in mind. Their futuristic-looking vehicle, known as Lightyear Zero, is covered in 5 square meters of sleek solar panels that are perfectly integrated with the car's streamlined design, very radically different from the dull blue panels you will see perched on many rooftops. These solar panels charge the car's battery while it's either parked outdoors or driving in the burning sun. Under optimal conditions, the solar cells covering the top of the car should be able to add up to 44 miles a day to the battery's 388 miles capacity, the company said. In theory, at least, that's enough to meet people's average commutes and daily trips without ever having to plug the car in a socket. That's, of course, predicted on an average number of overcast days where you live. According to tests run by the startup, considering a daily 22-mile drive, the Lightyear car could be driven for 2 months in the Netherlands without having to be plugged in. Whereas in sunny countries like Spain or Portugal, the electric vehicles could charge itself in the sun reliably for 7 months. When it's too cloudy, you have to plug in the vehicle for charging just like any other regular EV. But the innovation isn't the solar cells themselves, but rather in the holistic design of the vehicle. Every part and assembly choice is optimized to reduce drag and friction as well as reduce energy consumption, so the power harnessed by the solar cells can actually provide a meaningful range. For instance, there are no side view mirrors as they add too much air friction, their function being replaced by cameras that feed side and back views to a display in the dashboard. The materials used in the car have been chosen to be as lightweight as possible, from the electric motors to the interior, which is made from vegan leather and recycled polyethylene terephthalated bottles. If we could have the same amount of energy that we harvest on these panels on any other car that uses 3 times the amount of energy to drive, it becomes useless. It becomes a very expensive gimmick. Royal Gruton, the lead engineer of Lightyear, told The Guardian, who recently took the car for a test drive in northern Spain, "You have to build this car from the ground up to make it as efficient as possible. To make this feasible, For those looking to buy new cars, however, be warned that the world's first production solar-powered car is by no means cheap, though. The asking price for the sedan is 250,000 euros, an awful lot of money to pay just to have your car charged in the sun. Apart from a few very wealthy early adopters, it is difficult to see solar cars making a dent in climate change. However, the Dutch startup views this as a proof of concept, with the long-term goal of launching a commercial solar-powered electric vehicle in the 30,000 euros range. At the moment, Lightyear Zero is just months away from entering its production run, which is slated to deliver up to 950 vehicles across Europe. After they were proving themselves to the market, the Dutch company wants to introduce an affordable product that is no longer exclusive to millionaires. Lightyear isn't alone either. Munich-based Sono Motors is planning to release Scion, a small car covered in 456 solar cells that can add 112 kilometers of driving range to the car's battery on average per week. Meanwhile, legacy automakers like Mercedes-Benz and Toyota are also working with prototypes that involve outfitting their next EVs with rooftop solar cells. So guys, if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel to follow more trivia videos. See you next time.